Of Sam Nujoma and Robert Mugabe, the public members came as early as 7 a.m. waiting for the procession, singing hymns and political songs. Now, at Moses Xarueb Drive, the NBC team caught up with the children of the late Xarueb, another liberation hero. They shared the significance of the remains passing through the street named after their father. At Independence Avenue, the central business district came to a halt, with public members filling the avenue, waving flags and singing songs including "Go Well, Our Former President." The procession hyped up members of the public who sang louder and waved the founding president goodbye.
We will miss you. Farewell, farewell, farewell. Dr. Sam Nujoma, we will miss you. Farewell, farewell, farewell. For all you've done for the nation.
Now, still coming up in this bulletin. Swapo party salutes its leader at the special candlelight tribute. And founding president remembered across the region. All those stories and more coming up after the break.
The Council of Traditional Leaders has learned with sadness of the passing of our founding president, Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nujoma, who departed from this earth into eternity on the 8th of February 2025. The members of the Council of Traditional Leaders and the entire Traditional Authority fraternity shall always remember our late president as a unifier and peace-loving and visionary leader who dedicated his entire life fighting for the well-being of the Namibian people. We convey our deepest condolences to former First Lady, Madame Kovambu Nujoma, the children, family, and to the entire Namibian nation. May the soul of our founding president and father of our nation rest in everlasting peace.
From humble beginnings, a true Namibian gem emerged. Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nujoma. His life, a testament to resilience, perseverance, fortitude, and unwavering dedication and steadfastness under immense pressure like a diamond. Deeply inspired by the legacy of our nation's founding father, Debmari Namibia strives to continue to unlock the mineral potential of Namibia and honor his dream of education and skills development. The men and women of Debmari Namibia salute a pioneer, a hero, a visionary, and a remarkable leader.
A giant has fallen. I'm blessed and proud to be serving on a ship that is named after the founding father. We, the crew of the MV SS Nujoma, join the nation in honoring his legacy. May his soul rest peacefully.
Every time we set sail, we carry his dreams with us.
Is it possible to love a bank? Let's take a journey together on a scenic route lined with the rich tapestry that defines us as a people. From the Walelepos, Morokeni, Awe Vasege, past the Mbuaes, to the Kiriri Samires. The sound of home. In every language, we are because you are. Our hearts beat proudly red. beating for ecosystems that power and drive our nation. Here's to the land of the bravest and the generations of lives well lived. We're in it together because as a truly Namibian bank, we speak all 13 languages plus one, your love language. Come, journey with us. Bank Windhoek, a member of Capricorn Group.
Welcome back. Now, the Swapo party gathered at its headquarters in Windhoek on Wednesday to celebrate and honor the late founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, with a candlelight tribute.
The party bids farewell to the departed leader, celebrating his life and unwavering commitment to the country. Reflecting on Dr. Nuyoma's legacy, Swapo Party Secretary General Sophia Shaningwa emphasized that not even the rainy weather could stop them from honoring a leader who secured peace for the future generations. She highlighted that he was a source of inspiration for both the party and the nation.
With rain or no rain, with a storm or no storm, with heavy weathers or no heavy weathers, for Nujoma we shall be here. And therefore we are all here to mourn our leader, the icon of our revolution, our founder, our inspiration. I'm happy to see that the youth are here. They are saying, no matter what Tatekulu, even if you have gone to sleep, your children, we are here to take your party to the fore.
As the party paid tribute, they described the late founding president as the iconic leader who dedicated his life to saving the party, the Namibian people, and the African continent. Mourners joined the procession, holding burning candles and singing revolutionary songs in his honor. In his tribute speech, President Nangolo Mpumba remembered Dr. Nujoma as a unifying figure who brought people together. He expressed deep gratitude for the late leader's impact on his life and for the lasting change he brought to Namibia.
We are crying, we are mourning, rightly so. We are hurt like that is no tomorrow. But we are trained, as you were singing, no matter what, we must be able to march forward.
In her tribute, Vice President of the party, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah, stated that the founding president was one of the key figures who shaped the African continent. She highlighted that as an active and revolutionary leader, he played a vital role in shaping the country's history, leading the country to independence.
Let us leave out negative energy. In everything, we don't want to see the positivity. And that is how we are going to destroy what Nujoma stood for. He was a leader who has taught us a lot. And from here, we must really emulate what he stood for.
She further urged Namibians to be truthful to one another, to stand together to honor the late legacy. Lusenge Vindaka, NBC News, Windhoek.
As the nation prepares to bury founding President Dr. Sam Nujoma this weekend, Kunene Governor Marius Shea says Namibians must use this opportunity to reflect on the ideals of economic emancipation that have paved through the liberation struggle of the forefathers. Shea shared these sentiments at the regional memorial service held in honor of Nujoma at Ocho.
Shea says the forefathers have done their part to liberate the country, and it's now the turn of current leaders to fight for economic empowerment for all.
Dr. Nujoma fought and liberated this country. Together with our parents sitting here as elders, they experienced it. Today, we are free and independent. But we are having the second war that we are fighting, which is economic emancipation, and it must happen in our lifetime. And what you need to ask yourself, especially the young people, is to ask yourself, how are you going to contribute to making sure that every Namibian is emancipated economically?
Shea described Nujoma as the Moses of Namibia who led without prejudice.
Instead of naming the force that will bring independence to the country, Swapo military group, he named it PLAN, the People's Liberation Army of Namibia. So that a member of UDF, a member of PDM, a member of Lutheran Church, a member of Catholic, a member of Back to Christ, a member of whatever they believe in, as long as they are Namibians, can unite and fight for the liberation of the country.
Other speakers at the service had this to say.
Alan salutes the founding president and father of Namibian nation for his selfless leadership by introducing inclusive policies in the interest of all Namibians, irrespective of religious, tribal background, or political affiliation.
Let us not only mourn the passing of a great leader, but also to celebrate the values he instilled upon us. Let us continue to work where he left, strive each day to honor his legacy through acts of services united and for the love of our country.
He acted wisely and kindly. He listened and understood. His strength made him reliable.
The region hosted a total of 4 memorial services at Opuo, Kamanyap, Korihas, and Ocho, where hundreds of community members, traditional authorities, political, regional, and local leaders turned up to pay tribute to Nujoma. Faith Sankwasa, NBC News, Ocho.
The Namibia Civil Aviation Authority has announced restricted airspace within the Windhoek flight information region as part of enhanced safety and security measures during the mourning and funeral proceedings of the late founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma.
The restrictions is in effect from today to the 2nd of March 2025, impacting general aviation operations at Hosea Kutako International Airport and prohibiting unauthorized drone activities within the flight information region. Only media drone operations approved by relevant authorities will be permitted. The airspace restrictions coincide with a series of national events honoring Dr. Nujoma's life and legacy, including a formal state procession, memorial services, and his final burial. Authorities have emphasized that these measures aim to maintain airspace security, in particular during high-profile gatherings and dignitary movements. On 1st March, a state funeral will take place in Windhoek, expected to draw thousands, including regional leaders and international delegations. The restricted airspace ensures the safety of official flights transporting dignitaries while preventing unauthorized aerial activity. The final procession and burial on Saturday, the 1st of March, will also take place under these restrictions, with law enforcement and aviation officials monitoring compliance. The NCAA thus urged all aviation operators and drone hobbyists to respect the restrictions to uphold safety and security during this period.
The 97-year-old Kaveshida Kangotwi, who resides at Okatere village in Botswana, remembers hosting the late Dr. Sam Nujoma and his friend Karotua Shiweda for 2 days before they left to Oshodombata, a nearby village, on their journey to liberate Namibia.
Narrating her ordeal to the NBC News team who visited her at Charles Hill in Botswana, the pensioner Kaveshida Kangotwi recalls how the duo mysteriously arrived at their village shortly after sunset. The pensioner says they found her preparing dinner and they just came and sat in the corner of her yard without saying anything. A few minutes later, she sent one of her children to go and call her brother who came to greet the visitors, as he remembered one of them.
I asked my brother what I should do. He said to please go and make tea for them. Next, I prepared water for them to take a bath as people who may have traveled a long distance. Again, I sent my brother to tell them we only had porridge, and they politely said they were prepared to eat anything. I prepared a nice porridge for them with traditional fat and prepared blankets for them. The next morning, my brother went to check up on them and they were fine.
Kangotwi says Dr. Nujoma was a humble and calm person, and one could sense that he was someone on a mission. At the wee hours on the third day, the duo was taken to another village called Oshodombata by her brother before they left Botswana. After hearing that Dr. Nujoma is no more, the pensioner did not take it well, as she always sent greetings via family members, something that always made her happy, although they did not meet again after the 2 nights they spent at her house in Okatere.
In short, I would like to say, go well, King. If one has worked for something, that will lead and guide you. He is my age mate, so I wish him all the best and please to go through the right path to heaven.
The senior citizen added that due to her age and ailing health, she cannot make it to Namibia to attend the burial, but she wished the bereaved family and the entire nation strength as they mourn a giant who liberated the country from the colonial powers. Garia Kavari, NBC News, Charles Hill District in Botswana.
Well, a beautiful story indeed. The news returns shortly after the break. Do stay with us.
It's better, it's bolder, it's the big deal weekend at OK. Get ready for 4 days of huge deals like nice rice parboiled white rice for just 38 Namibian dollars, Knorr instant packet soup get 5 for 20 Namibian dollars, and Omo hand washing powder now only 50 Namibian dollars. 27 February to 2 March. Let's go. OK, owners you can count on.
Sometimes the squeeze isn't worth that squeeze, if you know what I mean. But luckily with Express Credit's 0% first payday loans, we'll help you ease your financial squeeze in under 15 minutes. Visit expresscredit.com.na. Express Credit, money when you need it.
Get real value this February at Furman Brock. Grab a 700ml all-gold tomato sauce for $29.99 with Smart Buy. Double up with 2 times 2 liter Fanta or Sparletta for $37.99. Stock up with 5 kg Polana elbows or macaroni for $124.99. Scoop up a 1.8-liter Ola ice cream tub for $49.99. And a 9-pack of Twin Saver 2-ply toilet paper for just $67.99. See all our month-end specials at www.vurmanbrock.com. We care.
Back to school, varsity or work at Hi-Fi Corp, we've got deals to make your year a breeze. Get the Packard Belmonte C Intel Celeron laptop for only $3,499, save $500. Or this Defy 226-liter metallic fridge freezer for only $6,499, save $800. Or this Skyward 60-inch UHD Google TV for only $7,999, save $1,000. Price is valid until 2 March 2025. T's and C's apply. Hi-Fi Corp, your #1 deal destination.
Welcome back. Now, some of the dignitaries from across the world who came to attend the memorial service and funeral of the founding president, Dr. Sam Nujoma, visited the Nujoma's private residence. They signed the Book of Condolences and offered a word of sympathy to the family. Amongst them was the former president of Finland, former First Lady of Zimbabwe, Grace Mugabe, and former president of the Democratic Republic of Congo, Joseph Kabila.
He came to my husband because we actually had also gone through the struggle for independence. So he wanted actually to know exactly what would happen. Of course, cases would be different from country to country, but he knew that he would actually get a cue from President Mugabe since he had gone through, the trenches also to liberate Zimbabwe. We must continue to appreciate what they did for us, and the Namibians must always cherish what President Nujoma actually went through for them to be free. There's nothing good as good as freedom. And the people of Namibia are enjoying this freedom because of the founding father. So I want to say, please, Namibians, always remember what the founding father went through and the others who were with him in the trenches. And also, we must respect our leaders.
Our present president, Alexander Stubb, wanted that I can be here. And the situation in the world is now not very good, and that's why I think that he has to be very much in the meetings we have just now in Europe. But I think that he thought also that we knew each other personally. But I'm very sure that the excellent relations between Namibia and Finland will continue with the President Alexander Stubb. Nujoma had a very long life, and he used it not only founding your nation, it was very important, but also he has been a very good cooperator with the other parts of the world.
Tensai Berhanu Kidane, an Ethiopian pilot who flew founding President Dr. Sam Nujoma with a Namibian co-pilot, William Ekanjo, from Luanda, Angola, reminisced on his encounter with the late leader and the risk they took to bring him back to the motherland from exile. Now 63 years old, Kidane was only 31 at the time he took the risky venture. Today, Kidane visited the Nujoma private residence to sign the Book of Condolences.
Well, we were assigned for a duty. So the company, Ethiopian Airlines, assigned me to flew him in. So I had no chance. I had to just follow orders and bring him in, even though it was a risky operation. At the State House, the former State House, he invited me there, and then we had a private talk. And he told me how he had liberated and established the Namibian nation. And it was a very private one. It was a good moment for me.
Are there lessons you learned from him?
Yes. His determination. He told me that the election, the referendum, should be carried out while he was away. But he insisted that there will not be any election, referendum taking place if he's out of the country. So that's why he, even though it was a dangerous mission, he came to Namibia to be present during the election, the referendum time. And then later on, Swapo won, and then liberation came to Namibia.
The daughter of the late founding president of Zambia, Kenneth Kaunda, says the late Sam Nujoma was more than just a president who gave her family a home to stay, but a father figure who stood by her during her stay in Namibia.
Situated behind St. George's in Windhoek is the house of the late founding president of Zambia, Kenneth Kaunda, where his daughter Catherine Kaunda now lives. This house was given to her father by the late founding president, Sam Nujoma. And today, as we stand here, this house is filled with memories of the two founding presidents of Namibia and Zambia.
History has it that Zambia's founding president, Kaunda, encountered the late Nujoma at one of the African Frontline State meetings. Over the years, as they attended these meetings, the two became relatively close until up to a point where Kaunda supported Namibia's liberation struggle.
When I was already grown up, that's why I used to, they knew the relationship between me and Sam, Uncle Sam. When he wanted to speak to the old man, he was given first priority. He didn't wait for appointments. If he arrived at night, the old man is on, he would be taken there immediately to see him. They had, it was more than, comradeship. It was just brotherly love between them. The relationship was so great just from the beginning. And I didn't know that it would lead to that, for me to come to Namibia.
Kaunda says the relationship between the two statesmen was so close that they stood by each other's side, including when her late father flew from Zambia to attend the funeral of Nujoma's mother, Helvi Kondobolo. She also recalled a time when her father was admitted in a hospital in Windhoek and Dr. Nujoma paid him a visit. She says the death of Nujoma brought back memories of her father and the ordeals she went through in 1999 when her father became nationalist in Zambia following changes to the constitution. When she was recalled from her position as a foreign diplomat, she lived in South Africa as a refugee with her father and brother before moving to Namibia. In 2013, the Namibian government donated a house to her father as part of its support to his family.
So they were all waiting, and there were people, a lot of people waiting there on that day at the apartment. Then he said, Majestically, welcome to my residence. And everybody you obtained residency, and everybody was clapping for him.
Known as Uncle Sam to her, Kaunda also recalled the support Nujoma gave her during her cancer battle in 2010.
He called me to the office. He said he sent a draft for me. I was at work, and I went there. I had already started chemo. And then he said, my daughter, I hear you're not feeling well, but I know this disease needs you to be eating well. But what I've done, from your mother's pocket money, I got 3,000 for you to buy food. Let's sell clothes. I was touched, to give me, that was a lot of money those days.
President Kaunda, who served as Zambia's first president in 1964,
died on 17 June 2021 at the age of 97.
On his 95th birthday, the late Kaunda received this frame of pictures depicting memories and moments shared between him and the late founding president, Sam Nujoma, and former president Hifikepunye Pohamba. This frame, Catherine keeps at the entrance of the house as a way to show visitors the relationship that existed between Namibia and Zambia over the years. Reporting for NBC News, Chulaina Fuka, Bantu.
The Swapo Party Vice President says the office of the founding president in the new Swapo Party National Headquarters will now be converted to the Sam Nujoma Museum. At the unveiling of the Sam Nujoma statue at the party's headquarters, Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah said that the museum will house historical material related to the late former party leader.
The gun carriage pulled by the armored personnel carrier came to a standstill in front of the Swapo Party National Headquarters on Independence Avenue as the late Sam Nujoma's remains made a final stop at the headquarters of the party he led for 47 years. Late Nujoma played a pivotal role in the establishment of the Swapo Party in 1960 with other liberation struggle heroes such as the late Andiba Toivoya Toivo. The first Swapo headquarter office, then known as Swapo Provisional Headquarter, was established in Tanzania, and a second provisional office was set up in Zambia. The party's vice president and president-elect Netumbo Nandi-Ndaitwah said it is regrettable that the late Nujoma could not witness the inauguration of the headquarters.
It is unfortunate that our founding president and father of the Namibian nation could not live to see the inauguration of the Swapo Party National Headquarters. A provision was made for an office of the founding president in this building you are seeing in front of you. Now that he has departed, the office will be turned into Sam Nujoma Museum, where we will keep his valuable party items, such as diaries, books, among others, to preserve the history for the current and future generation. We therefore ask anyone, Namibians and non-Namibians, who are in possession of his valuable historical item or items that are related to Comrade founding president, to make a donation to the museum.
Sophia Shaningwa is the party's Secretary General.
It's indeed a culmination of a visionary leadership of our departed leader, whose outstanding foresightness has always propelled the Swapo Party to greater heights.
The statue that was unveiled resembles the iconic photograph of a smiling Nujoma holding a baby girl named Dinelao Mulukeni, who was a survivor of the 1978 Kasinga attack.
I'm sure some of you can see it. It's exactly the same as the statute that we are going to unveil today. Therefore, in honor of our departed leader of the Namibian Revolution, we are going to unveil his statute here at this fountain in front of the amphitheater. I'm also informed that the whole area, I want also to inform you that the whole area around here is going to be named the Sema Nujoma Square.
The beat of Ndilimani cultural troupe accompanied the unveiling ceremony, during which a water fountain added a touch of flair. Witnesses to the ceremony could not help splashing in the water while singing along. And just there, below the fountain, a rainbow appeared. symbolizing hope after a difficult period. For others, the rainbow signifies new beginnings and beauty that arises from challenging situations. Chulana Fuka, NBC News, Windhoek.
Moving on to international news, now concerns are rising that South Africa may be dropped from the African Growth and Opportunity Act, AGOA, when it comes up for review later this year. Tensions with the US have grown since the Trump administration took office, and experts believe Washington may have already decided. CGTN Africa reports.
South Africa has grown its trade with the US for almost 3 decades, largely thanks to benefits of America's African Growth and Opportunity Act. AGOA provides eligible sub-Saharan African countries with duty-free access to the US market for hundreds of different products. However, America may no longer feel South Africa is eligible. South Africa's decision to take US ally Israel to the International Criminal Court of Justice on accusations of genocide angered many in Washington. The Trump administration has been particularly frustrated with the new land seizure law in South Africa, saying it's violating people's rights. For this, the US president cancelled all aid to the country. Will this trade act be next? An act that many businesses in South Africa depend on.
There are people that are employed in the citrus farms. There are people that are employed in the automotive sector that do the assembling of all the cars that go into the U.S. from South Africa. It doesn't mean completely being shut out of the U.S. markets. It just means U.S. consumers will no longer buy South African products at the same price as they used before, which would make South African products less competitive.
South Africa's economy has been staggering along with growth averaging at just 1% per annum. AGOA is just a small cog in America's giant economy, but it's important to many African businesses. However, while analysts say many South Africans may suffer from an exclusion, it may not be as significant as a few years ago.
Out of the value of U.S. global trade, which is about 3.7 trillion, the value of AGOA is probably about 9.7 billion. So it's still small in the bigger picture. Having said that, if you look from a South Africa perspective, obviously the big drivers at the moment are the agricultural sector, the automobile sector. From 2013, the coverage of AGOA to 2024, the coverage of AGOA has actually dropped from 44% to about 25%.
But some trade experts say South Africa should cut its losses and look to new markets.
Good evening, viewers, and a warm welcome. Moderate to heavy falls will occur in the north-central Oshodonjupa, Komas, Omaheke, as well as the Hardap regions. And now let's have a look on the rainfall figures. A notable amount of 71 was recorded at Oshiwarongo in the Oshodonjupa region, 44 at Ondangwa, John Pandeni 32.3, Rundu Airport 28, Otavi 23, Okomumbonde 18.6, Omaruru 11, Katima Mulilo ADC 10, Waterberg 7.3, Sashinga 5.5, and Mpasha Airport 1.9. Still in favor is the low pressure system that is maintained over the Namibia interior, mainly resulting in showers and thunder showers, heavy falls over the north central, the Komas, Omaheke, Oshodonjupa, and the Hardap region. Elsewhere, a few showers are expected at places, and along the coast, partly cloudy conditions are forecast. Let's have a look on the temperatures. Inanna 27 degrees, Sasfontein in the northwest 36 degrees Celsius, Windhoek 25 degrees Celsius, quite a low maximum temperature there, 27 degrees at Hobabas in the Omaheke region. Kitmasop 30, and if you are at Walvis Bay, expect 27 degrees at Walvis Bay. That's it. Have a great evening.
Well, thank you, Olga, there for the weather update. That does conclude our news for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in, and good night.
Hurry to your nearest Lewis for our super clearance sale. Our prices have been cut until the 13th of April. We're fully stocked on quality furniture and appliances and ready to deliver to your door today. Save $2,000 on the Restonic Bellagio Queen bed set, now only $7,999. Save $1,000 on the Medispine Odyssey double bed set, now only $5,999. No additional costs and 24 months to pay. Cut prices, only at Lewis, nationwide.
It's better, it's bolder, it's the big deal weekend at OK. Get ready for 4 days of huge deals like Pasta King macaroni or Albo's pasta for just 40 Namibian dollars. Best Choice pure white sugar, now only 35 Namibian dollars. And Sunlight regular dishwashing liquid for just 25 Namibian dollars. 27 February to 2 March. Let's go. OK, owners you can count on.
The Sam Nujoma Drive in Windhoek is approximately 10 kilometers long and was named after founding president and father of the Namibian nation, Dr. Samuel Shafishuna Daniel Nujoma.
Africa's last colony is from this hour liberated.
It is one of the major roads in the capital. Other major roads named after the founding father are Sam Nujoma Avenue, located in Walvis Bay, and Swakopmund, respectively. Sam Nujoma Street is one of the main streets of Harare in Zimbabwe. Sam Nujoma Road can also be found in Tanzania. The Sam Nujoma estate, Galadimawa, found in Abuja, Nigeria, is named after the founding father.
Our beloved founding father, His Excellency Dr. Sam Shafishuna Nujoma. Your unwavering dedication and fearless leadership has laid the foundation to the beautiful, independent and democratic Namibia that we all get to enjoy till this day. It is true, a giant has fallen, but his legacy will continue to stand tall forever. May you continue to rest in peace and power, Tate Nujoma.
The Namibian Broadcasting Corporation, NBC, Digital, Television,